Y'all, the shit that we're about to step into. As you know, we are officially in Pluto retrograde. Pluto is the planet of darkness, transformation, death, rebirth, our secrets, our triggers, our skeletons. But there's so much transformation, and I just don't even know where to start. It's like I have word vomit, all of the things that I got in my meditation. So, friends, new friends, welcome back to Mystically and Tarot by Nina. I'm Nina. I know it's been a while, y'all, because I've been feeling it. Have you been feeling it? Because I've been feeling it, okay? But better late than never. You know what I mean? I'll be on time. Even though I'll be late, I really be on time. Maybe. Most of the time. And as you see my voice, whatever. Okay, so we ended April with a bang, y'all. We ended it with a bang. We had a full moon in Taurus, okay? And we kicked off the Pluto retrograde, which is happening in Capricorn, okay? In addition to this, I want to mention something very important to me. If you're drawn to this channel, I hope it's because you are a lover of astrology. Most people know their sun signs, but astrology for me was a game changer because although I'm an intuitive Cancer, I do have other traits about me where I really am a knowledge seeker, and also I need the math to be mathing. And I really feel like I found with astrology, if you really get deep into it, the math is always mapping. This is literally a blueprint, a map, a direction, an understanding of your purpose, your contribution, your plan. So I really, really urge everybody to get on Cafe Astrology, whatever. Cafe Astrology is a good app. I can't think the pattern. But anyway, to really get in depth with your chart and to really pick apart, dissect, and get into the little parts to understand you. Because that's the most important part. Knowledge of self is everything. We spend too much time trying to figure other people out. We'll never figure them out. Okay. So, back to business. So we had a new moon. We had this new moon kicking off April. We had a new moon. We had a solar eclipse, okay? So this new moon happened along with Pluto retrograde, okay? So what I say so far, we got Pluto retrograde happening in the sign of Capricorn, okay? We had this full moon that happened in the sign of Taurus. These are two earth signs. These are two very stable, reliable signs, okay? I also want to mention that eclipse was a solar eclipse. Eclipse is when they happen, solar eclipse, meaning during a new moon phase, represents new beginnings. And this is new beginnings towards our lunar nodes. So the most important thing that I found for me was on the birth chart, I urge this to everybody, your north node is the most important part, I feel like. Your north node and south node are connected by signs that are twin signs, meaning that these are opposite signs. These signs serve the same purpose, but they do it completely differently, okay? So the lunar nodes change, every year and a half? And even if the node that we're in is not your actual node, the energy of those nodes will actually affect us. So I said all that to say the solar nodes deeply affect our north nodes, okay? So the solar nodes represent new beginnings, okay? We had it in Taurus. So we actually, the node that we're in, we changed into it, was it in December of this year? Don't give me the line. Sometime towards the end of last year, our nodes changed. So before that, we were in Sagittarius and Gemini, which are very unstable signs. So for a year and a half prior, a lot of us, stuff has been up in the air. We've had different living situations, different working situations, different endeavors, been really on a path. A lot of people enter their spiritual paths of discovery. Then we are now moving into very stable signs, the most stable signs, which is Taurus and Scorpio. Those are the nodes. So pay attention, because that new moon, remember it was in Taurus, okay, with that eclipse. So I really feel like that was the activation for the energy of this, even though it changed prior, you got to pay attention because it's a shift. So it shifts until it is shifted. So something definitely has shifted. There is a new beginning, a new spark of information, epiphanies. Also with this being with your North Node. So do go online, figure out what your North Node is, because there's something that happens. The North Node represents your destiny, your fate, what you're going towards. The South Node represents your past, what you have accomplished, but also it could be dead weight. It could be heavy things, because like I said, even though these signs are twin signs, you switch. So it's almost like being able to experience the other perspective, the other half, the yin to the yang, but understanding both sides, okay? So I said all that to say, I hope it made sense, y'all. I got Gemini in my chart, so I'll be everywhere. I said all that to say that there are significant things that are happening within ourselves, within the universe, that are pushing us ultimately towards our destiny, okay? So with that comes a lot of things. That solar eclipse was very significant. And the thing about eclipses is the energy happens, but the energy definitely stays around, and it definitely gains momentum, okay? So we are still feeling the energy of that solar eclipse. On this month, May 17th, we will be having a full moon in the sign Scorpio, which is such a coincidence because Scorpio is the opposite. Remember I was talking about them twin signs? Scorpio is the sign opposite of Taurus, okay? So we are also having a lunar eclipse with this full moon, which is all about endings, okay? So I thought that it was very significant that we had that solar eclipse and we're celebrating new beginnings in a way, or stepping into new beginnings, or organizing towards new beginnings. And then we have this lunar eclipse that happens in that sign that is the opposite, okay? Which the full moon is all about, enlightenment, things being light, illumination, light being shed, I feel like, from spirit. But also with this ending. Some of these endings could be painful, but again, it is activated with our lunar node. So because this lunar node is in Scorpio, being the planet of darkness, being the planet, like I said, of all our secrets, there is a ending with the parts of us that no longer serve us, friend. I couldn't get it out. There's an ending within us, and endings with certain things that we have been holding on to, that even though it's an ending and it could seem painful, this ending is actually going to catapult you into your North Node, friend, to your fate, to your destiny. So what's happening right now, what's leading up to right now, is preparing us for whatever ending has to happen to get your fucking destiny. It's destined. So even if whatever happens feels bad, it's still going to be good. Isn't that dope? The other thing that I wanted to mention, that we will, so the Pluto retrograde started on the 29th, right? So on top of all that, Fred, we got the Pluto retrograde. So like I said, this is a moment of Pluto makes us feel real triggered. But also, Lee, here's the other kicker. We're going into Mercury retrograde, which is going to be in the sign of Gemini, right? Gemini was the North Node. Gemini and Sagittarius were the North Node, South Node that we was just in. Mercury retrograde represents things coming back around. You know what I mean? Like philosophical, especially with Gemini, it's like curiosity. So there's going to be unfinished business coming around, okay? Because this is an opportunity. Because overall, they said eclipses mean evolve. So we get to test ourselves with this evolve or repeat with this Mercury retrograde that we're already feeling the shadows. It's going to start on May 10th, friend. And it's going to go all the way to June 2nd, I think. Okay? So that's going to be affecting us as far as things from the past coming back up. But don't be, I don't like when people be like, yeah, Mercury be stressing you out. But this is really an opportunity where, the momentum is kind of sped up and you have an opportunity to, retake the test that you done took several times. And so at this point, friend, you should know the answers. You should know that, 2 + 2 is 4. Okay? or sometimes these do happen to come around to like get closure, to get the understanding of how to, and then the two, and then how we got to four. Okay. So I thought that that was really dope that we're experiencing we're in the middle of a lot. So like we came up with that new beginning on the new moon. Okay, we was thinking of some new shit, pondering some new shit. Okay, this new stuff was really something from our higher selves because it's like this was an intuitive nudge to really step into your destiny, right? So now here we are with this full moon in the opposite sign, Scorpio, which is passionate, you know what I mean? Even though it's reliable, but it's more, what I put, passion over reliability. Okay? So what this is telling me, like some of us with those terms, will be making sacrifices from something that you felt was reliable to go towards your passion. Or maybe a situation that felt reliable, but it wasn't what you were passionate. It didn't give you that, ugh, okay? Um, but like I said, I feel like it's a full circle moment with that Mercury retrograde of like kind of seeing things the full picture, getting that opportunity to see things from a higher perspective, so that we step into something Capricorn energy. We're stepping into whatever this is, very mindful, very much by choice. Okay, stepping into this in an authoritative energy. Okay, I'm not just here because they pointed that way. I know why I'm here. Okay? Okay? And with that Pluto retrograde, that rebirth energy, this is that allow me to reintroduce myself. Okay? Reintroductions, okay? But also, let me just read my notes, friend, because I wrote a lot of stuff down. The placement that Pluto is in is major because we ain't been in this place since 260 years ago. So this is going to be like with that, I really feel like this is a generational ancestral thing that's like things coming full circle in other ways that we don't even see. Like just how I figured that shit out is even bigger than that. Like, you know what I mean? With that, toss back the old in, switch out, flip out. I don't just know. Okay? But this is about, okay. Also, here was the other thing. The next eclipse that we're going to have is in October when the Pluto retrograde ends, okay? In October. I thought that was, So we're going to get hit with this energy again at the end of this, okay? Right? So, I want you to know what I just heard with that is, while we go through this Pluto retrograde, because it's going to be rough, we really got to roll with the punches at this time, okay? But this is like, just keep swimming, friend. Just keep going. You know what I mean? There's literally, we know, if we do these things and we stick to the script, there's a pot of gold at the end of this rainbow, okay? But, with that being said, I lost my train of thought, y'all. Okay, so there's just a lot of significant things that are going on just to get us towards our path, our purpose, our fate, our destiny, okay? And so some of this, like when I say roll with the punches, we got to do undoing of what we wasn't supposed to do to begin with, okay? There's that. There's so much knowledge to be gained. The other thing is, so, the Johnny Depp case is going on, y'all. And so I just happened to catch a video of, I guess, when Johnny Depp was on Oprah, like, years ago, right? And she was saying, like, I heard that even though, like, you're the best, you're a great actor or whatever, like, acting was never actually anything that you sought out to do. And he was, like, talking about his childhood, how he, like, lived all these places, whatever, really unstable, and how in 1983 he moved to California to pursue his music career. Well, it really wasn't doing that much or whatever. And so he became friends with Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage was like, just to like pay the rent, why don't you just, do some of these auditions? So he did the audition just on a whim, just to like pay the bill or whatever, but ended up stepping into his actual true thing. So I said all that to say, I thought it was very significant that a lot of times our intuition, our higher selves will guide us towards something, which I feel like that new beginning was, okay? He was being called to California, and for him, thinking practically, music. That's what I love. Do. But your actual calling was something different than that. You were being put in the right place, but it was for your ultimate destiny, which is something that you didn't see coming, something that you were naturally good at, acting. And so I thought that it was so, like, not a coincidence how things work out. And I felt like it was significant for a lot of us just to be able to see that. Like, sometimes, yes, even though following our intuition is going to lead us to a place, but maybe this place is just the start of it for God to really show us the full picture. Because remember, I always tell you, like, He could only give us a piece of the vision, because we'll either cancel it out because we don't see it, or fuck it up, okay? So with that, we have to take into consideration. So he moved to California to pursue his career, music-wise, and it really wasn't taking off. So if that's something that you love, so we know there was disappointment that he was dealing with. Like, there's a whole journey to where it's like, maybe he was at that at this point, I'd give up whatever. I'm going to just do whatever pays the bills. But that was such a beautiful place because it gave him everything. You got mansions on mansions on mansions. Okay? So that's the message. Okay? You're on the right path, but maybe you didn't see where this path could actually lead you to. Okay? Maybe you didn't see what all, was in store for you. Okay? But it just overall is about our trust in ourselves and releasing, those patterns that don't serve us, or those relationships or those situations that don't serve us, and really going towards our passion, following our passion. Passion is what God, what the universe, whatever, what was put in you, your contribution, okay? So I really feel like that's important. But I really feel like the foundation that all of this is built on is where we get both. We get the passion and we get the reliability, because it's solid. And what's solid don't crumble, okay? So I really just felt like that was significant and wanted to share that, because I did do a pre-pull with the cards, and I felt like what I saw in the cards kind of tied in with everything. I hope that you guys are keeping up. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So the cards that I saw as far as the energies or what we can expect with this Pluto retrograde, and just not just the Pluto retrograde, the kickoff of a Mercury retrograde, both of these solar eclipses and these lunar eclipses that we just experienced, okay? All of these conjunctions, all of these things that are going on. I look at this site and it, tells you the planet energy, how it was so interesting how paying attention to the planets, there are certain things that are the energies that are being manipulated, that are like activating certain things in us, but ultimately getting us really prepared for whatever the fuck's about to happen after October. I really feel like that we are stepping strong into this reliable and passion. That's the best of both worlds. Reliability and you love it. That's deep. So to have it all, we have to be willing to give it all. So with that, the cards that I pulled as far as what this Pluto retrograde, what we can expect with this. This is Seven of Swords starting off, okay? Look, he's getting off with something. So I don't know why I just ran off on the plug twice. I don't know, okay? Some of you guys with this Pluto retrograde could be where it's like maybe you have this epiphany where there could be acts of betrayal. Something with people stealing from you, getting away with something. But overall, it could also be strategic thinking, okay? So however it hits, okay? But there is an energy of being strategic to possibly get away with something. But I do feel like there is energy of certain things being revealed, okay? And that could really play a part in those endings of, once you see it, you can't unsee it, and it's like it's done. But maybe you had signs of it. Whatever this is for a lot of you guys, I feel like it's going to be the confirmation, okay? Also here I got the Two of Wands, this is tied to that energy that we got with the new moon in Taurus in eclipse, right? It was a new beginning. This is Taurus energy, so it's, slower thinking. This was a lot of mental planning, taking your time, seeing the progression, okay? So I really feel like this is just positivity, feeling optimistic, like the world is literally at our fingertips, planning for what is next, facing towards, your node, going towards your destiny, okay? With this also, this is the Eight of Cups, so this is walking away in a painful way, something that you know, but with this, you know that when you walk away, you gave it every single thing that you had in you, okay? I really feel like with that 8, it's symbolic because it is an evolve or repeat. It is something you walking towards your destiny, but you're walking towards your destiny with, I feel like, evolved, that karma, whatever that karma, some of you guys, it could be a karmic relationship, whatever it was, it was, okay? But it's moving on towards, for some of you guys, this could have been like you saw something and then you had to plan, and this is the time where you really actually get to walk away from what you were planning to walk away from. Also with this, I have the Nine of Cups energy. So for some of you guys, I also didn't mention, but I want to mention that we had a Venus retrograde towards the end of the year, which was in Capricorn. And I had mentioned that this was going to be an activation of new beginnings in love with that Capricorn energy. Not being so caught up in the fantasy, but going into relationships more business-wise and more assertive, okay? So with this Nine of Cups, I do feel like this could be two different things. This could be that Mercury retrograde with someone coming in from the past with a message of love. For some of you guys, this could be some closure. But for others, this could be, connecting with some spiritual things like inspiration, message of something that you've been hoping for, wanting. But I also feel like this it's that energy what I was saying with that Johnny Depp, where it's like, yes, in a sense it is what you want, but maybe this puts you in a placement. I don't know, you get what I'm saying? Whatever this is, it could be the right place or the right person, not the right time. For one of you guys, because with the Knight of Cups, it's kind of a very slow and steady energy, okay? And I do feel like maybe with Mercury retrograde, some people might want to try to do things fast, but also know that there could, if this is like new love, I feel like understand that this person is filling you out, and you could be somebody who moves fast or is really impulsive, and this could be that lesson of for you learning to slow down, okay? Be more intentional. Don't be so, because what happened last time? You ended up in a situation with a person that perhaps you missed all the red flags, okay? The other thing here that I have is the Seven of Cups. So I do feel like there's going to be lots of emotional pulls in different directions, lots of opportunities, lots of just random things popping up, lots of synchronicities I feel like that are going to happen. But I do, and a lot of information. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of spiritual connections as far as synchronicities, as far as coincidences, opportunities, just different people coming back or whatever. But I feel like overall this is for, that evolve or repeat, the overall good, okay? The one card that I did pull, the Ten of Pentacles, which was concerning in a sense, but I'm going to give it to you both ways. This Ten of Pentacles this is definitely going to be something major for you guys during this Pluto retrograde, because it has to do with financial things. It has to do with our family, with sacrifices that we're making, like I said, maybe with our reliability towards our passion. This also is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse represents the ugly side of wealth. So some of you guys could really you could have already been stepping into a period of wealth or secure, but there's going to be a change in either how you deal with your family or your family dynamic. For some of you guys, this could be a sacrifice, in order to like move to be more established. Like maybe you might stay with somebody, to do something before you go get your own place. For some of you guys, this could be an ending of a family and a separation, but moving on for something better where it's two different healthy households. For some people, like I said, it's that greed and understanding like how people are when you have it, and seeing, like, I really feel like it's going to teach some people boundaries as far as how people treat you differently. Like with that ugly side of wealth, that ugly side of money is just seeing more money, more problems in some ways. So this energy that happens could it's going to be detrimental as far as I feel like how you position yourself, okay? It's all about position with this. Are you positioning yourself to, sacrifice a little bit to be able to actually move forward? Or are you positioning yourself to be protective as far as boundaries with certain people, okay? Different family dynamics. Also with this, a completion in some way. Tens represent completions. So this could, like I said, there could be a completion of in some way financially. Yeah, so that's what I got with the pre-poll. I feel like I'm going to stop right there and I'm going to get into the next session because I already gave you guys a lot. But do stay grounded. These two retrogrades, they often happen together, but when they happen together, I always feel like it is very, very powerful energy. I also want to mention, with Pluto being a planet that goes retrograde, it'll be, like I said, it started April 29th all the way to October 8th. Pluto gains momentum as it goes on. So we're just getting started. Like, that's why I said roll with the punches, okay? Because we are Muhammad Ali out here. We training to be Muhammad Ali, the GOAT. All right? So we got to float like a butterfly, sing like a bee. We got to roll with these punches. We got to know that everything, come up with some motto, it's happening for us. It's not happening to us, friend. Okay? We got to stay strong out here. We got to stay woke, aware, present, mindful, the whole nine. Also, did you like this video? Did you subscribe to my channel? Are you my friend or my family? Let a comment down below. Leave a comment down below to let me know how this message resonated with you. I hope that you, I know that you're going to get everything that you deserve and more. All right, friend? I'll see you on the other side.